Hello.
Hello.
We made it.
Welcome to the Dardar and Andy show.
Yes.
I'm Dardar.
Hello. Hi, Darda. I'm Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Today is the 22nd of December.
Yes.
Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday, December 22nd, which means we have 10 more days left of this godforsaken year.
Yeah.
And 30 more days of this godforsaken Trump administration.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It would be so wonderful to
10 and
just walk
30.
away.
10 and 30.
So is it? Yeah, I guess so, right? So, okay, yeah. Because the inauguration happens, I mean, not to get into semantics, but it happens
January 20th.
the 21st, right?
No, I think it's noon at January 20th.
And he's inaugurated the 21st.
When is the official, cutoff time.
Right.
So all kinds of havoc can be, between now and then.
Yes. That's a lot of time.
Yes, it is.
A lot of time.
It's a lot of time to cause a lot of chaos.
Yes, it certainly is. But I'm optimistic that everybody's going to take the high road.
Well, they're not. I mean, Trump is like our modern day Joker. Right?
Yes, yeah.
I mean, we're to the point where it just can be a lot of chaos.
Yeah, some people just want to see the world burn.
Some people just want to see the world burn. So we'll see how the next 30 days goes.
Yeah.
But hopefully there's enough people to keep things in check where we'll just move along and get to that 20th of January mark and we'll
just move on to what's next.
Yes. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
We'll just move on to what's next. I like it.
What a time to celebrate baby Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, it's just so. A lot of people have gone through a lot more trauma than we have. We've been very fortunate in that regard.
Absolutely.
We haven't had any job insecurity and
a lot of, a lot of hardships this year.
Yeah.
A lot. And well, you had the situation where your firm had to make adjustments for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
In the beginning of COVID, and
yep.
Everybody's had to adapt, but people have lost loved ones and a lot of tragic circumstances. People have lost jobs, businesses. People have lost businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully 2021 will be a time of recovery, but everybody's like.
I think everybody's ready for something, for a massive change, right? It could be an explosion of. Well, you say it's going to be like the Roaring '20s.
Well, that's what I've been reading.
Okay.
People are predicting that, once the vaccine rolls out and people have an opportunity to, the pendulum is going to swing, right? Mm-hmm. From.
Yeah.
I see you.
What? What?
The pendulum is going to swing from the time we're stuck indoors and stuck to ourselves and, not being able to do a lot of the things that we as human beings enjoy. That pendulum's going to swing to the other side when people can safely enjoy themselves.
Everybody's going to go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The Roaring '20s.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Everything that is old is new again.
I like the authors from the '20s.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of the Fitzgeralds and the Hemingways.
Yeah. So.
I'm ready. I'm ready for a change.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
I think everybody is.
But so, what is it that you think that what are you most looking forward to being able to do once normalcy comes back?
I think for me, it's the ability to travel and do the things that I want to do without fear.
Yeah.
Without the fear that, I'm going to become sick, or even worse, I'm going to make somebody else
sick. Yeah.
So I think that's it. It's the ability to exercise my own free will.
Yeah.
Which is seeing people that I love and seeing people that I like and going places that I want to see
or doing whatever the fuck you want.
Doing whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Is basically
it. Yeah.
Without having a billion brain cycles.
Yes, about whether or not you brought enough masks to get through to the airport.
There's that.
Yeah.
And all of it. All of it. But it's the protocols I mean, I don't care. I'll follow those forever. Mm-hmm. That's the recommendation. It's just the inability to be fearful.
Yes.
Not fearful of making people sick because of why.
Yeah.
We all know why. It's like if you have a brain in your skull, you know that there's consequences to your actions.
Yeah, the
right?
reactions, yeah.
And as long as you and I are engaging in actions that may have consequences, we accept those consequences.
When they're self-inflicted, you mean?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, because we go visit resorts and different things, it's like, there might be consequences to that. One of us might get ill,
We're always following, but we always follow the rules of our wherever we are, right? We're not doing anything that's against the rules or
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
But we are exposing ourselves because the alternative would be to just stay in our condo 24/7, which we absolutely could do.
Yes.
Because you work from here and we have everything we could possibly need here.
And then some.
But we would literally never have to leave here if we didn't want to.
And, and I think that the harshest criticism, not harshest criticism, I think that people who are most vocal are about, I think maybe the people who are most vocal about. Okay, so just to be absolutely clear, we're not doing, we haven't been doing anything that's against even the recommendations of the Mexican government, right? In accordance to the guidelines regarding COVID. And I think that needs to be clarified, because I think maybe people in the United States don't realize that things aren't as bad here as they are over there.
Well, my point being, we know that we put ourselves in harm's way by leaving the house.
Yeah.
Anytime we go do anything,
yeah.
We go scuba diving.
Yeah.
It's like, you're putting yourself out into the world, and in the world there's COVID.
There are risks.
But what we don't do is put other people that we know and love into harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we've been avoiding all year. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we're on a scuba diving boat and there's like another couple there, then they're doing the same thing.
Right.
They're putting themselves at a knowable risk, right? And we're just all participating in this together.
Right.
It was just like when we were going to trivia night, when the COVID restrictions first broke and we were able to go to trivia, and we had to social distance and all that stuff. But
that was like when it was not most stringent, because the restaurant was actually open, right? But it was second most stringent.
Yes. And, we didn't social distance so much as that there were 6 people at our table. So we sat with, 3, 4, 5 other people at our table. But yeah, everybody shows up there with a knowable risk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then some people chose to not show up. There's people that we knew that we haven't seen all year.
All year. They're still in their condos, their apartments. They haven't left.
Yeah. And so it's different everywhere. I know some of my family is holed up and some of your families holed up, and everybody's kind of doing different things, but depending on where they are and what the recommendations are. But we do have our first visitors scheduled for next year. That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, that'd be great. My sister and her husband are coming next year.
In February. Hopefully.
Yeah.
If nothing, drastic happens.
Yeah.
You just never know. Today I read about the super COVID. There's a super COVID now. I don't know. So you don't know what's going to be happening 2 months from now.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have airline tickets, so that's positive.
I don't know. Is it super COVID or just next COVID, or it's what makes it super?
It's a mutant strain that is more transferable. It's more easily transferred, and they think that younger people are more susceptible to it.
Wow.
But it's new, and they were like, "Oh, it's in the UK," and a lot of countries started shutting down flights out of the UK.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, it started in the U.S. It's from the U.S." So I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, you just don't know what the hell is going to be happening in 2 months, but hopefully we'll get to see some family in a couple months.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Eloise, come visit.
Hey.
You can. So I've been checking around with people like, when are you going to get the vaccine? How are you going to get it? Where's your place in line? Like,
I'm getting the Pfizer in this eyeball and Moderna in that eyeball. And then just keep on stabbing me with vaccines like that over and over again. That's what I'm getting.
Well, you're going to have to get in line.
Yeah. Well,
You know you're at the end of the line.
I am at the very end of the line.
Well, I was asking our family because, like, my sister used to be a teacher, where she is in line, and your sister is a teacher of teachers, but she's not close enough.
Nope.
She's not close. She's not in that group.
No, they're
She's
on the
not-
ass end like I am. Yep.
So
And I don't have any underlying health issues.
exactly. Thank God, right?
Right. But now the rich people are trying to find a way to so that they can pay, so
Yeah.
they can jump ahead in line.
Yes, you were saying that you read where people were trying to, or did I read it? People were trying to make donations to clinics,
Sure.
just different things to figure out how to get in the front of the line of the vaccine.
The bankers try to get themselves get themselves declared essential workers. That was the latest one. Like hedge fund managers are trying to get themselves declared as essential workers because
Well, that it's controversial because, like, they were complaining about AOC, that, Congresswoman being at the head of the line, she's only like in her early 30s, and she's, like, why is this Congresswoman at the front of the line? But I think we have an obligation to protect our government workers.
Yeah, you need to have people who are making policy regarding our welfare.
Yes. I mean, these people need to be protected. They need to be at the front of the line.
They need to be meeting and talking to people.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know. Trump hasn't gotten one as far as I know, but he already had the virus. So I don't know. But Biden got one, and Pence got one, and Fauci
got one. Yeah.
It's like they need to take care of the people at the top, echelon, because, like you said, these are people making policy.
Yeah, I'm not making any policy decisions.
Exactly.
So friends of mine who are in the same industry that I am, right, in medical device regulation, they're saying that unless you have something that's basically COVID related, FDA doesn't want to hear from you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's like your
Everything's on the back burner.
your
right
little
now.
dickhead little filing that you have regarding some bullshit. It's like, no.
We have a new way to take your blood pressure on your iPhone.
On your iPhone. Well, that actually might be COVID related. But
Well, we've been talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, but if you have like some goofy glucometer or whatever, it's like,
Right.
no, nobody cares. It's like, get in the back of the line because there's other
We
stuff
have
that
an infrared light that, like, blasts toe fungus away.
Yes. It's restless leg syndrome. It's a therapeutic TENS unit for restless leg syndrome. It's like, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
no.
going to be 2022. Look us up.
Yeah. Look us up.
We got priorities.
Yeah, it's not only that, but the administrators are going to get changed out and everything
Well, it
else.
was pretty strange about the whole delay and the approval process for the vaccines, but
It wasn't a delay. It was super fast. It was like the fastest.
super fast.
Yeah,
super fast.
super fast jellyfish. It was like the fastest vaccine approval in the history of vaccine approvals.
Well, and also also the fastest in the history of vaccine development.
Yeah.
Which vaccine were you saying that took 4 years?
The mumps. It was the mumps. Yeah, it was
For the mumps. But we've gotten better at that, so I don't know. People that are still questioning the whole idea of, like, you don't know what the long-term effects of vaccines are.
Yeah.
Of this vaccine. What's the long-term effects of this vaccine?
Well, hopefully it'll cure people.
Hopefully the long-term effect is that you're not going to get the illness.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And, like, people are crazy. People are just like, goddamn minds.
Yes. Yes. Agreed.
But no, I'm with you. I'm like, I'm going to wherever I got to go to get the vaccine. But they haven't even approved one in Mexico yet.
No.
So where we are here, there isn't even a vaccine that's being distributed, or nothing's happening here in that regard. In the meantime, states are still going back into the red light zone.
Right.
So,
Well, maybe they're trying to, like, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to pressure the government. Well, I mean, the thing is that Mexico has a health authority, and they have, just as much a right to examine evidence as anybody else does, I suppose. And they don't have any.
but here's the thing.
They're
I
not
haven't even read anything. Like, there's no reports coming out on anything that's happening with a vaccine. Like, I read all of the national news, and nobody's even talking about a vaccine. Like, literally, it's not like in the States where it was like, the FDA is trying to get this vaccine approved. These are the companies that are, submitting approval requests. This is what's going on. There's like zero discussion about a vaccine in Mexico.
Well, they don't have one. And then nobody's submitting for approval here.
Well, exactly.
Right. So that the way that drugs are usually, typically, unfortunately, but this is just the simple fact, the way that drugs are usually manufactured is that you get them approved in a large market and that has a recognized health standard, not a recognized health standard, what's the word I'm looking for? Has a recognized health protocol. So you get things approved in India or Britain or Hong Kong, or not Hong Kong, but Japan, United States, Germany, and then they say, okay, and then the Mexican government, then the drug company
goes to the Mexican
government and says, hey,
you want some of this?
You want some of this? We got it for sale, and it's like, it's, and look, this is what our study looked like.
Yeah.
Unless they happen to have conducted the study in Mexico, which they don't really, because Mexican health authority is not into that stuff. That's something that happens like in Korea.
They really need to establish, they could establish testing facilities in Mexico City, which would be a great grounds for that.
Yeah, but
the population.
Well,
and it could be helpful.
Well, part of the study could have been conducted here for sure. That because all of it was done in the States, I think. So.
And Mexico City is back in red again.
Yeah.
They were on complete shutdown. Non-essential businesses closed down again.
Yeah.
All that's happening in Mexico City.
And you know what the winter is like in Mexico City? It's just like.
It is grueling.
It is grueling.
It is grueling. There aren't any rains, and the pollution builds, and it's a lot of aggravating.
Maybe right now, not right now, because everybody's like not driving as much, but still, yeah, pollution builds, and it's so dry and cold, and people are gathered together, and it's Christmas, and I mean, you're gonna tell a Mexican they can't have a posada.
You're not gonna tell a Mexican family they can't have their celebration.
Their celebration.
It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be hardcore. Mexico City is gonna be hardcore over the holidays.
Yeah. I hope not.
And it's already shut down. Yeah, but like you said, you're not gonna tell a family in Mexico City that they can't have a posada or they can't have their family over.
New Year's, their Christmas Eve dinner. And
super spreading.
Yeah.
So we wish everybody well in Mexico City.
Everybody well in Mexico City.
Yes.
Yeah, stay healthy. Mm-hmm. I mean, stay healthy.
Do your best. Just do your best. That's all you can do.
Because that herd immunity shit is not working.
It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
And the countries that tried to go that route are suffering huge consequences from that. So anyway.
I give out. Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think if anybody in our family is traveling. We have one nephew that will be traveling home to San Antonio with the family. But other than that, I don't know anybody that's traveling. None of our family is traveling over the Christmas holidays.
We should tell him, obviously he knows to be careful, but we should emphasize he needs to be super duper careful.
Well, he is. He's a responsible young man.
Yes, he is.
But
more than I was.
That's like the single only person that I know that's
moving.
Doing anything at the holidays.
Usually for us, between our two families, we put 20 people on the road every holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
one.
The picture always comes to mind. Well, no, last year we were in Mexico City for Christmas. Or did we go to San Antonio?
We didn't make it to Christmas. Everybody came here for Thanksgiving.
That's right, and then we moved.
We were in Mexico City for Christmas, and it was just us. Not just us, it was us.
We had 2 weeks of visitors over the whole Thanksgiving, end of November, beginning of December, a couple weeks, and then we moved back to Mexico City, and we barely got Christmas off the ground. I remember that because I paid a lot of late fees for having things shipped around. Expedited shipping because I didn't get on top of things early.
We just didn't do anything. I think we went to a bullfight.
Probably went to a bullfight. That would have been about that time of year.
Yeah, and that's about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at my photos on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to You know where we went to was the Winston Churchill restaurant.
We did?
Yes, because I have a photo of you and I
For
out
Christmas?
front.
Yeah,
Yes, in front of the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went
Man,
to
I wish they
Winston
had that here. That was so good.
Winston Churchill. I don't even know what's going to be open, but I know that we're making turkey for Christmas Eve.
Malarkey.
We're doing, no, just the turkey.
No.
Doing turkey Christmas Eve so that on Christmas Day, I have a morning swim scheduled for Christmas Day.
Yes.
Which is the gift to us, the swimmers. And then Christmas.
We're going to Cozumel.
We jump the ferry to Cozumel on Christmas Day. And then on the 26th, we'll scuba dive.
Well,
Scuba dive.
we won't be there in time to do like a shore evening dive when we get to.
On the 25th?
Maybe. You might be a little knackered by the time we get over there. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Well, I got intrigued when you said a night dive because that's when the octopus are out. That's going to be your best opportunity to get to see that pulpo.
And if you do a shore dive in the evening, that's a pretty safe shore dive. That's a very safe evening dive because I think that if you look to where they have a boundary of where you're allowed to shore dive, because I don't think you're allowed to just like swim off to like you're swimming back to Playa del Carmen.
That's what I was wondering. Like it's only 1,000 meters to the reef.
It might even be closer over in Cozumel.
Well, here it's 500,
Is it?
And I think in Cozumel it's 1,000.
Is it? Okay.
I think that's right.
All right.
But I'm not positive.
But you know what comes after the meter, the reef, is that
Yeah.
the abyss.
The scary death throes.
But I think that they make you stay within. They have a boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to stay
I
with.
can do that. I can stay within the boundary. We'll just go octopus hunting. Because it's only $7 a tank to go out. We'll have everything we need except for the tank
Yeah.
and my fins. I could use my little fins for a shore dive. I can use my swimming fins.
I can have one little fin. You can have one of my big fins, and we'll be like.
No, will this be going in circles?
This shore dive sucks.
But we do have a shore dive planned on the 27th. So boat diving on the 26th and then shore diving on the 27th.
Yeah.
And then maybe if we want to do a night dive, we could do that on the 25th, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So Merry Christmas to us. Because our Switch isn't going to be here.
We got a video game. I think we were
talked about that
last time. Yeah.
But it just shipped today. So we're only going to have it when we come back.
On the 30th.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see if we get into the whole video game thing.
But yeah.
Personally, I don't know. We'll see.
You don't think it's for us, huh?
I don't know. I mean, we're kind of busy people. I don't know if we're going to have a lot of time for sitting around playing a lot of video games, but hey, we throw it in the mix.
Yeah, throw it in the mix, right? Yeah, I think that maybe it'll be fun.
We'll see.
Yeah, maybe it'll be fun. So, Cozumel. What is there to do in Cozumel? What?
Just diving.
Diving,
That's all we
yeah.
have planned.
But there's that brewery, that's owned by Megan's sister. Not owned, but Megan's sister works in it. So we can go there. I think it'll probably be open.
Probably not for Christmas, but we'll see.
Oh, maybe not.
We'll just have to see what's open.
But our hotel is not all inclusive. It includes dinner, or includes breakfast and lunch.
No dinner.
Yeah.
Breakfast and lunch.
Okay. And no drinks.
No drinks. You have to bring our own drinks or buy our own drinks.
BYO drinks.
Yes.
Do you have a plan for that?
Sure.
I'm very excited. We're going to have so much fun.
Well, it'll be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we went snorkeling last weekend and we really had a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very, very much.
So we went to one of the resorts last weekend and they have a pier and it's been like super damaged by the hurricane. So it's been, you can't go out on the pier, but we decided
you can't walk out on the pier.
Yes,
but
we decided to get our snorkels and just go swim under the pier and see what fish we could see.
And
it
it
was nice.
And it was, because it was very windy and it was very churny. Mm-hmm. So we're like, we're not going to be able to see shit. We're not going to be able to see a goddamn thing as we're like swimming out, right? Swimming out.
Well,
and it's like milky because it's so churned up sand.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it starts to get clear, and then it just like gets super clear.
Yeah. And the further you get off a shore, the clearer it gets.
Yeah.
Because that stays pretty churned up.
Yeah.
With the sand.
And then so when we get to the end of the
huge schools of fish.
Huge schools of fish. I mean, huge schools of
and
fish.
We saw that guitar.
We saw a guitar fish. We saw a guitar fish. So guitar fish is a skate.
Array.
Or a ray. What did I say? Was it a skate or
a ray?
It's a ray. Yeah. Okay. But it looks
has
like
a tail like a shark.
I mean, I would say that 2/3 of its body is kind of shark-like. And then
it's hilarious because we get it in the water. We're swimming out. I can't see anything because you can't see anything right off the shore. You have to get out a little ways. And the first thing, Andy, you're in front of me.
Yeah.
And the first thing you come up and you go, shark! And I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, in my mind, I rationalized it. I was like, it can't be a very big shark.
Nah.
And so, like, I stuck my head under it. I started swimming over there, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's a little bitty, like, thing. It was only, like, this big.
No,
maybe.
it was like that big.
All right, that big.
Yeah.
Still too little to eat me. That's all I cared about.
But it's a guitar fish, and the thing is that we don't have any of those here.
Well,
we have one.
theoretically.
We have one that gets around.
I went back and I tried to find him again, but he was gone.
Yeah.
I didn't think I swam by the same little sand lot he was.
Yeah.
So that was interesting for me because a lot of times when I swim, I see things underwater, but I don't see that seagrass. You know that grass?
Yeah.
See
That
a
was
lot of
cool.
that grass?
Yeah.
I don't see that here, so I don't know what that's called. But in between the fields of seagrass, there's just sand bottoms, and that little guitar fish was just hanging out in the sand bottom, surrounded by the
seagrass. And they usually bury themselves in the sand, so you don't really. He didn't.
He's just hanging out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time I would swim over something like that, I'd be like, "Death from above." I was like, that's what they have to be thinking because of those pelicans that we keep seeing.
like diving down. They would love to have a guitar fish.
Yeah. And I was like, death from above. But that's why they hang out underneath the pier.
Yeah.
Because the pelicans can't get them there.
No. So, but underneath the pier.
There were huge schools.
Yeah. And we saw grunts.
Yes.
And we saw what they call sierra here. I don't know. And then we also saw barracuda. Little ones.
Are those pipefish or what are those?
Pipefish, yeah.
Fish?
Saw pipefish. Saw, I saw one yellowtail.
I didn't see the tuna.
The tuna was big.
It was big.
Yeah, it was big. And
there were a lot of fish just in that one little area.
And then like that brown and blue thing that you were talking about.
I don't think it's blue. No, this one's like brown and gray.
Brown and gray?
It looks like a rock underwater.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
They're kind of small. I don't know. They're not a grouper, but they're very plain looking. But there's a lot of them. But they get pretty big.
So yeah, it was I liked looking at the fish. And then I did a little duck dive to see if I could see any little critters underneath the. Oh well, okay. So the dock that we were diving,
Well, we were snorkeling.
Snorkeling, sorry, was almost completely, not completely, but I'd say very, very damaged by the hurricanes.
Yeah, and there were a lot of planks and boards and things in the water.
Yeah, everywhere, just like fallen planks and boards, and just like now they're going to become part of the reef, I guess, until they get dissolved. And you're like, man, they got clobbered.
Yeah,
you know.
And they haven't started working on rebuilding that dock yet.
And then this little lifeguard dude came out and walked up the dock to come, I guess, make sure we were okay.
I don't know if he was making sure we were okay or making sure we were authorized to be there.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or both. Just to like check in with us.
I don't know. I just didn't like him walking along that dock because the dock was unstable and it's filled with like rusty nails and all kinds.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I didn't want him to become a
casualty.
It
was all fine.
Just because he wanted to come and look at us, you know. It's like, dude.
But what I didn't like was that it's really rocky getting in and out in that area. So that kind of blew. But I had on my little fins, and so that got me in and out safely. I didn't stub my toe or anything.
Yeah, but I was like stepping on rocks because
I know.
I wasn't wearing fins.
Yeah. And you're not used to that.
And if I was wearing my brand new big ass fins, I would have like done the dorky
You
thing.
would have like busted your ass
No, I would have done the dorky thing where you put
going
them,
backwards.
yeah, you put them on and then you waddle backwards into the water.
Yeah, but
So you
that's
can
not
float.
easy either because there's all those rocks and you're going to trip and fall.
Yeah, well, at least you're not gonna hurt your feet. So, anyway, that was a nice snorkeling experience. Thank you very much for suggesting it. I enjoyed myself
Sure.
thoroughly.
Good. I'm
Yep.
glad. I like seeing all the pretty fishes.
Yes. So, Christmas Day, Cozumel. Christmas Eve,
Yes.
Christmas
Turkey.
Eve, turkey.
We're
not,
making
not
turkey.
malarkey.
No.
And we're
And
gonna
all
do-
those and all of the what you call it?
Is it going to be
sides.
basically a Thanksgiving repeat?
Yes.
Is that what we're looking at right now?
Yes, but I want to make an apple pie.
Okay.
I've been seeing apple pie recipes. I'm just
Like-
like I just need an apple pie.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, and we have some tamales in the freezer that we made a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
So I'll get some of those out so we can have some tamales
Oh,
too.
that sounds nice.
Yeah, so it'll be a good meal. And then yeah, and then Christmas Day, it's just this. I get up and swim, and that'll be done by like 10 a.m.
We're going to pack some turkey sandwiches.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm excited.
We'll pack some turkey sandwiches and go over to Cozumel.
I love
It's
you
just a
so
ferry
much.
ride away. I am trying to figure out how to get our ferry tickets
Beforehand.
early in
Yes.
case. I don't want to be shut out of the ferry because of, decreased occupancy levels. So if anybody in Playa del Carmen knows how to get ferry tickets in advance,
Let
let
us
me know
know.
because I cannot find. I go to their website and they're like, buy the tickets here, but that link doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're just not doing that right now or if I can go somewhere else and get the tickets. I guess, I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm not going to worry too much. I know there's an airplane that flies to Cozumel.
Yeah.
If I have to, I'll just hire
We'll
them.
just
to
go,
get
we'll
us
go, we'll
over
go
there.
throw up the airport and say, hey, can you fly us? It's like $350, sir.
It's
Gas-
Christmas.
Gas her up. Gas her up and let's go. Captain,
Merry Christmas
yeah.
to us. This is basically like our Christmas present.
I love you, Christmas present. You're my Christmas present.
Aw, you're sweet.
Last 22 years. Christmas present.
Are you gonna cry?
No. Yes.
There's no crying at Christmas. Unless you watch that one Scrooge show.
Man, that was rough. That was rough going.
I was just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for Scrooge.
Okay, so we're gonna make turkey. We are going to make cornbread dressing.
Yes.
We're gonna make mashed potatoes. We're gonna make green bean casserole.
Yes.
Love it.
Apple pie.
And an apple pie.
And tamales.
And tamales. Wow. So we should probably give up one of our starches.
Nope.
Nope. We're gonna has it all.
It has it all.
You know what I've heard? This is one of the ones that I heard. This is a. Have you? Okay, and you'll be like, yeah, I've heard about that, or you'll be like, that's weird.
Okay.
You stuff the turkey full of tamales. Have you heard that before? No. You get like the cavity instead of putting stuffing, tamales, and you just.
Like raw tamales that cook in there or cooked tamales?
I think they're cooked.
They're probably raw.
No, they're cooked.
No, that would be another way to steam tamales. Would be to put them in the turkey and cook them in there. I don't think you put cooked tamales
It was.
in there.
I think they were cooked and
I think
unwrapped.
you should do some more research.
All right.
I don't
So if
want,
anybody
I
knows
don't
about,
want that.
I know. If anybody knows about stuffing a turkey full of tamales, let me know because gross and wow.
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat one.
I'm not insane.
I'd try one, but I think you put them in
Like
not cooked.
not cooked and
Cook them in there.
and
yeah.
in the husk.
Actually, what if you made what if you filled the whole cavity with like a tamale?
Like tamale mix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross. You think?
Well, it's like a cornbread stuffing. So you're getting back to the same
So it's like
thing.
a tamale that'd be like that big.
Yeah, but it's still the same thing. It's cornmeal.
Or
Right?
yeah,
The stuffing.
masarina.
Yeah.
Masarina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So that's kind of interesting.
That wouldn't be any good.
Cornbread stuffing and tamales share a lot of the same,
Yeah. attributes.
Yes. Ingredients.
We didn't get
I would
any.
call them.
We didn't get any sugar, did we? I thought I ordered.
You ordered sugar.
Yeah,
but
it didn't,
I don't
didn't
think
show
they
up.
brought it. I don't think they brought it. I haven't seen it.
Because I think that
It's like it's a rarity in our household.
yeah, we never have any. So I think that the corn, our cornbread recipe.
Yeah, and I ordered salt too, and they didn't bring the salt either. So how can it's like what?
We have to go.
Let's start
We
processing.
got to go forage for salt and sugar.
Sugar. You can
I
get
like
it at the
it.
7-Eleven.
That's true.
Like literally.
I need to go
It's
to
like right across the street.
I-
You can be there and back in like 3 minutes.
I'm going to 7-Eleven after this live stream.
You want potato chips, don't you?
Yeah, I get some potato chips. You're like,
I know. I love potato chips.
or something like that.
Anyway, this is going to be our last live stream for 2020.
At least.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can revamp and see what 2021 holds.
We don't know what 2021 holds for us yet.
Yes. Well, we started the live stream because everybody was in quarantine, and it was
They want to know what we're up to.
nice. It was nice for us to do because it gave us something to do once a week, and we'll see. We'll see what 2021 holds. I think if we can narrow down like what our focus will be for the live stream,
We need to
and
focus.
come up with a good concept and all of that.
Well, what do we both love? You and I both love.
There's several things.
Yes, there are.
So, but that's it. But yeah, we are kind of all over the place this year, just talking about,
Yeah.
everything that we're doing. But I don't know. I think if we do the show again in 2021, it's going to have to be something that we both love. But I think it needs to be have a more narrow focus.
You know what? You know what we both love? We
What?
both love doing
What?
all the time.
What?
And we travel for it.
What?
Scuba diving. Maybe we should make it more scuba diving focused.
I don't know.
We have to
People
go.
in the scuba diving community are not awesome.
Yeah, they are. They're great people.
Always. They're not always awesome.
As long as you target it to people like us. People like us.
I think for me, I was like, maybe we should do like resort reviews because that's something we travel for.
Yeah. We just don't go to enough of them, do you think? Or maybe we do.
I don't know. Maybe we should go to more.
But there's only a few that we like.
You know?
A lot.
So yeah, I think we're kind of we don't really know like
We just
what.
review the same resort over and over and over.
I know. I mean, I know. But I don't think scuba diving is the answer either.
You don't think so?
No, because we just scuba dive here or there.
We're not
we don't go
professionals.
into like China or Taiwan or Thailand.
Taiwan?
We're not really like super traveling the scuba diving route.
But we can talk about what is it like to be a scuba diver in a relationship
No.
with a
that's
scuba
not-
diver?
that's not a thing.
Not a thing?
No. We could probably tell our whole scuba diving story in like one episode.
That's true.
So I just don't think that we have any kind of topics that like we're on board with on the regs that people care about. I think if we can
That we want to
Figure
divulge
that.
to the internet world.
if we want to, nail that down, it just becomes more of a job, It's like we're not just sitting and talking about things, but it's more like, oh, well, we're going to need to research and experience and do things for this live stream.
Experience I'm down with, but researching, it sounds like a drag. Well, okay, so the takeaway being that we are going to
Consider 2021.
Yeah, we
and
consider
the live stream is
2021.
going to be part of that.
And yeah, exactly. And if you guys have anything to add or comment or anything like that, just please let us know.
You know what we might do is, I know you're not wanting to talk about goals, but I have a handful of goals for 2021, and we could just, I don't know,
Goal tracker.
goal tracker 2021.
Operation Gold Tracker. I have a goal. So
So anyway, we don't know what's going on in 2021, but in the meantime, we want to tell you guys happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. And we love seeing everybody. And stay in touch through the holidays.
Yeah, send us a note.
Enjoy yourselves.
Send us a picture.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. So happy holidays. And until next year, everybody stay okay. Whoop, whoop.